As the season turns, so does the slumbering eye of the unnatural seem to awaken. When the cool night air instills at once a beautiful stillness and in equal measure a sense of eerie unnerve. Cast against a moonlit sky, one can almost hear the fog begin to speak, a whisper traveling the cascades of low-lying wickedness. The air has presence. In the darkness, it takes form. Such is that feeling that pervades our restless nights that we willingly seek out in the witching weeks of fall. That moment you feel a swift and palpable shift in control. A feeling so strong it can make a sixth sense sing. When you find yourself thrust into a foreboding and hazy unknown, where darkness clouds perception, there can be no certainty. Is this madness or malevolence that haunts you? Fear of the dark. This is the driving force which Alan Wake hangs its core gameplay and thematic elements upon. Released initially for Microsoft platforms in 2010, it's the current-gen Alan Wake Remastered that grabbed me on the PlayStation 5, and almost immediately I couldn't wait to gush about this game. The blending of elements Remedy pulls from here is like a perfect concoction of things I adore. Like if a comatose Max Payne lay dreaming of being a writer in a Stephen King miniseries while Twin Peaks played in the background. And if all of that sounds surreal, then good. This is where Remedy thrives. Their unique approach to storytelling can best be described as playing through an excellent sci-fi supernatural TV series from the 90s or 2000s.
Previously on Alan Wake.
A concept they embrace wholeheartedly that feels completely unique in the game space and is a treat for genre fans. From 2019's Control all the way back to 2001's Max Payne, Remedy has shown a reverence and mastery of genre-bending works, from grimy noir to heady supernatural, meeting here in the middle with a beautiful blending of mystery and horror to boot. You play as Alan Wake, a successful writer as identified by your signature tweed jacket, on your way to holiday in a small town with your partner Alice. Immediately invoking Twin Peaks here is Bright Falls, a beautiful place in its own right with no shortage of logs, coffee, and Douglas firs. All is not as it seems here, of course, as you navigate nightmares and settle into town. Before long, you find yourself thrown headfirst into a stirring and surreal supernatural mystery. And from the outset, Remedy sets up Alan Wake's experience with the exploration of an age-old question. What power do shadows hold over the minds of men? Why do we by instinct reach out for light when darkness casts its spell upon us? Is darkness itself a lack of truth before our waking eyes, and light a means by which to plant our feet back into the natural order, when the thick and ravenous mud of those dark places we feel ourselves sink comes alive? A simple and classic setup for sure, light versus dark, but it's the literal embracing Remedy takes using light not only as a beacon of safe haven, but a weapon itself to combat the Taken that really makes for some fun and unique gameplay. Combat being one element you'll embrace on your journey to piece together the mysterious events unfolding around you, with lots of exploration and some light puzzle solving along the way. Story unfolds through cinematic cutscenes and manuscript pages, with Alan's noir-like narration adding a perfect layer of throwback thriller accoutrement.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me.
You'll spend a lot of time utilizing your flashlight as you make your way through the forest toward and away from civilization, and it all looks and feels spectacular. Graphically, everything impresses in the remaster, which is a testament to the perfect art and world design from 2010. Action is incredibly fluid on PS5 and makes for an experience that feels ahead of its time, freed from the constraints of older hardware. There's a lot to love in Alan Wake Remastered, and without giving too much away, I'll just say if you like what you're seeing here, then go for it, because this title really surprised me and is one of my absolute favorite discoveries of late. A celebration of the inspiration it pulls from, Alan Wake manages to create something weird and wonderful that feels truly fresh and unique to this day. And there's no better time to check it out than right now, so the call is yours. Fall into darkness or fight with light.